Hi there. Welcome to our LinkedIn webinar series all about mastering HubSpot's Service Hub. Today, I'm excited to dive into a conversation about two powerhouse platforms, HubSpot Service Hub and Zendesk. We'll be exploring key differences between the two and uncovering how these platforms support your customer success journey. Joining me today, I have Paul. He's our Director of Services Strategy at SmartBug. Paul, do you want to give us a quick intro?
Yep. No, thanks, Kara. Hey, everybody. I'm Paul Schmidt. I'm the Director of Services Strategy here at SmartBug. I oversee our product roadmap and make sure all the new solutions that we build at SmartBug really align with our clients' goals. So really excited to be here today to talk all things Zendesk and HubSpot Service Hub.
Well, thank you, Paul. We appreciate you being here. So before we dive in, let's do a quick overview of Zendesk and Service Hub. Zendesk and Service Hub are both customer service platforms designed to streamline customer support operations. Zendesk offers multi-channel support, a robust ticketing system, and extensive reporting tools. And HubSpot Service Hub offers much of the same, but as it's integrated with your entire HubSpot CRM platform, it provides you a more unified inbox, knowledge base, and customer feedback features that all live within one ecosystem. But there's a lot more about these two platforms that we'll be able to uncover today. So let's kick things off by comparing the ticketing systems. So Paul, could you share some of your insights on how these platforms handle ticket management differently?
Yeah, definitely. HubSpot and Zendesk, they both manage tickets quite similarly. Your ticket inquiry comes in via a form or a web chat, or social media comes into a help desk, and then it gets routed via a set of rules or via workflow. And then from there, that ticket gets managed until resolution. And both systems offer pretty robust functionality as it relates to helping solve customer inquiries. The biggest difference between the two platforms that you're going to notice is out of the box, if you're just using Zendesk platform itself, the support agent who's managing tickets in Zendesk doesn't have that same marketing and sales context as a support agent that's using HubSpot's entire CRM platform. Zendesk does have other apps as well that they're really going into the CRM market and trying to expand that functionality in there. But out of the box, the Zendesk is really a customer success platform. That's how it started. So I think that's one of the shortcomings as you think about Zendesk is the lack of integration with marketing and success platforms out of the box. So you might be asking, why would a support agent need all this other information if they're just solving a simple support problem? And I think I think about context for that. If you're a support agent, you may respond differently or have a different way of responding to somebody and resolving that issue if they're a brand new customer versus if they're a customer you've been working with for years who's maybe been experiencing maybe that same type of issue for the third or fourth time. The way you respond to them might be quite different. So support agents using Zendesk, they don't have complete access to that kind of information natively if you just set up Zendesk right out of the box. So HubSpot's all-in-one nature allows the support agent to see all the historical tickets, all the deals that that customer has been involved with. If you're using custom objects inside of HubSpot, you can see maybe you're using some sort of subscription or event object or product history or something like that. And so the support agent has all that kind of information front and center for them. So as they're answering those types of tickets, they have that level of context. So I think that's really how, I think about the differences between the two ticketing management platforms.
And I feel like that kind of leads into, another question we had about managing customer relationships and customer data within the two platforms. Would you say because Service Hub is centralized with the entire CRM that you do have more ability or access to that data for that type of personalization?
Yeah, and I mean, HubSpot CRM platform is built on a single database, built on a database of contact data, company data, ticketing data, transactional data, deal data. It's a unified database of one place. And so when you're thinking about managing customer relationships and you're thinking about data and how they stack up against each other, if you're using Zendesk, you're gonna need to think about integration with your other CRM platforms. unless you're using, the other Zendesk CRM apps there. But if in most cases, you likely only have the Zendesk customer support app, and you're gonna have to think about how you're going to integrate that to have that complete picture of the customer. And so, there are a number of integrations already built by different CRM systems and as well as Zendesk. And so, you could use one of those native integrations to be able to push that customer success data into your CRM system, whether it be HubSpot, Salesforce, doesn't matter. But the thing is like with a lot of these native integrations that are built by these other CRM systems, you're kind of at the mercy of the quality of the integration. So if the integration, if all it does is pushes the ticket information into their CRM system, but you don't have the ability to do anything with that, like if it doesn't sync bidirectionally or anything like that, then you may struggle with that integration and being able to really support your entire team to have that complete picture. The only other option you have is, if you are using Zendesk and another CRM system, is you could build a custom integration. There is API access to Zendesk and HubSpot and other CRM platforms. So you could build one yourself or have your agency partner build that, but it's costly and you're gonna have to pay some ongoing hosting fee to host the integration. And so I think that's something really to keep in mind, is that having everything in one unified database just keeps things very simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So kind of moving into more of the reporting and analytics of these two platforms, how would you compare them? How are they able to track customer behavior or performance, things like that?
Service Hub and HubSpot Service Hub and Zendesk, they both have pre-built reports that will help you understand ticket volume, the resolution times, average resolution times, which are really important if you're a customer success, customer support leader. But, both systems have data sets. So if you need to see a very specific group of information to analyze, you can see both of that. I think one of the big differences that lies when you're looking at like reporting and analytics is within HubSpot. You have the ability to easily create custom reports, and then pulling in marketing and sales data into that, which is really important if you're thinking about customer success and you're looking at churn data. You want to be able to reference your sales data and your renewals data, which is often found in your CRM system. And so I think that's where HubSpot outshines Zendesk, is where it's all in one place again. So yeah, if you don't have your transactional information together with your ticketing information, you don't have that one place, you can't really like easily make those types of connections. And so I think that's the real big difference from a reporting analytics perspective, is when we think about customer success teams, they're more than just about trying to close ticket data or trying to close tickets. They're really like trying to help improve the customer experience and overall for the business, trying to maybe lower churn or maybe trying to increase upsell or cross sell. And so I think that's where, from a reporting perspective, it's very easy inside of HubSpot Service Hub to like overlay your ticketing information with your deal data, your subscription type of data, and be able to make those types of connections. So important to like, be able to break down those silos. And I think HubSpot does a better job of that than Zendesk is able to just natively out of the box.
Right, right. HubSpot helps it kind of happen a little bit more cohesively and easier for you to digest that data, where if you have Zendesk or a couple other tools with your CRM, it's a lot more manual digging into data and digging into conversations to kind of put together that full puzzle.
Yeah, and you're jumping between screens. You're going from, one tab of your browser with your customer success platform and then your CRM, and it's not a seamless experience.
Yeah, a little time consuming.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about AI for these platforms. Everyone's jumping on AI. Every platform is learning how to leverage it. So what are some ways that Service Hub and Zendesk are leveraging AI?
In both platforms, you'll see more and more AI features pop up almost on a weekly basis, almost a daily basis. You're just seeing new AI functionality coming in. And so on both platforms, you have the ability to summarize tickets or draft responses based on customer issues. So pretty similar feature set. I think a big difference to think about sort of long-term from an AI perspective is that AI models train on your data based on what they see inside there. And so when we look at HubSpot's training data, like if they, again, how HubSpot Service Hub can really outshine Zendesk is that HubSpot's AI can train on your marketing data, your sales data, your ticketing data, your product data, your analytics data for people visiting your website. And so, HubSpot just has access to a broader depth of data that they can train on. And so when you think about AI functionality, if AI is trying to come up with, trying to create a response based on a customer's question, if they understand that, the customer's been in your database for 5 years and they've had these specific issues in the past and they purchased these products, and maybe they've been looking at these specific pages on your website, the type of responses that AI can generate are just like much more rich and in depth. And so when you look at Zendesk has the ability to train on your ticketing data and your knowledge-based data, which is very valuable. And, it's able to come up with responses based on what you have inside there. But the more data that that AI can train on, the better. And I think that's something to be thinking about, is just being able to have this AI be able to train on everything versus just a very specific bit of your customer support data.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think a lot of people, AI is very new for a lot of people. So I think sometimes we kind of forget that it has to actually have that information to know what to respond to. And that's a great point. Like having all of those data from different operations within your business makes the support that much more personalized for the customer. So I love that. That's really interesting. Thank you.
Yep.
So lastly, many people watching are probably asking themselves, okay, talking about the two, we're looking at pros and cons, but which platform is going to be best for me and my business? So for those that are a little bit unsure, can you help someone understand what platform would best fit their business?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can look at this. They're both Zendesk and HubSpot Service Hub are strong customer support, customer success platforms. I kind of think about it in a couple different ways. So if you're using Zendesk today, you're just using it for ticketing, you have a pretty simple setup. Maybe you've got a couple of knowledge base articles, but you don't have much automation set up. And you just got a pretty like vanilla implementation of this. Moving to HubSpot is going to be a better bet for you if you're looking to have that more complete view of the customer. All the things we talked about today with AI, having all of your marketing, sales, CS data in one place. Being able to really leverage and be able to create reports across different parts of the business. Moving to HubSpot in that case is going to be a better option for you longer term, even if there's a little bit of pain in doing the migration from Zendesk to HubSpot. Another scenario, if you're using Zendesk, you've got thousands of agents on there, many different integrations that you built out, native and custom. Maybe you've got thousands of support articles that have, really in-depth information about your product. You've got a lot of product documentation inside there. And maybe you have a big IT team that helps support you and is your admin. Well, in that case, moving to HubSpot is going to be quite a endeavor, and in that case, sticking with Zendesk may be a better solution for you than lifting and shifting over to HubSpot. So that's those types of really enterprise use cases where you need to be thinking about the cost benefit of moving major systems when you already have large teams. So there would be pretty like heavy cost, technical cost, training cost, and shifts in that culture to do that kind of shift. So that's that might be a case where sticking with Zendesk is a better option for you. If another scenario is if you're choosing your very first customer support system, I've seen, startups where they're managing customer support just out of an email inbox. Well, if that's something where you're just managing out of an inbox or a spreadsheet or something like that, HubSpot's a better option for you because, again, you're able to have your customer ticketing data right out of the gate in the same database where you've got your marketing data, your sales data, and you got all that in one place. So I think that's, if you're an SM, if you're a small business and if you're at that kind of stage where you just don't have a lot of systems set up, HubSpot's a better option for you. I'll paint one more picture. This is like the last scenario. If you're a small business and let's say you handle both sales and customer support, which is very common if you're a startup. You're helping on both sides of the business. Again, HubSpot's going to be a better option for you. You've got your ticketing data, your sales data, all in one view. It's all in one place. And so you aren't required to have multiple tabs open or multiple monitors trying to do that. It's a more seamless, simple experience. So I think you need to kind of look at like where you are as a business, what's the maturity of the technology that you're using today, the maturity, the process that you have, and the amount of investment it would take for you to be able to move from system to system and really like kind of chart it out that way. So that's the kind of, those are a few different ways that you can be looking at in terms of like choosing which is the right choice for you between Zendesk and HubSpot Service Hub.
Yeah, of course, it's similar to a lot of questions that we answer, which is it depends. But it really does. And if you are considering switching or considering getting on Service Hub, but you're just not sure maybe where you fit in some of these use cases, obviously we are here. We would love to chat with you, see where you're currently at, what your current needs are, and see what we can do to support your existing customer service journey and operations. And again, you don't have to do it alone. SmartBook can help you with your pre-migration planning all the way through post-migration support, service hub training. So if that sounds like you're interested in, definitely connect with us and we can help you get started on any of your migrations. So thank you again, Paul, for joining us. It was really great talking to you. Really appreciate all of your expertise. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you again, Paul.
Thanks, everybody.
Three.